Hey, what's up, Concierge PTs? Hey, I wanted to share something with you guys real quick. I just got back from a long lunch with a friend of mine in the Dallas area who owns an absolutely booming personal training business. And it's mobile. I mean, it's honestly this same exact model that I pretty much had in Denver. It's a monthly personal training model is what he has. And John, thanks for joining. Everybody who's coming on, thank you for joining. And so I just got done having lunch with a business owner friend of mine, and he owns a booming personal training business here in Denver. Here in Dallas. And I was just talking to him. I just wanted to figure out, well, how has he had success? How has he been able to grow so quickly just over the past year? He's got 4 employees and I think around 10 other contractors who work for him in a personal training business. And I was just in shock and awe by this guy. And here's what we talked about is, number one, when he first started his business, he said that he had to go into debt to get himself in the position to where he needed to be to start his business. And so he was like, Josh, I'm not extremely proud of it, but I had to go into debt. We put loads of money on our credit cards to get our company started because we had no other way. He told me he was working at Lifetime Fitness at the time. And he was like, I couldn't afford to start a business, but I knew I had to do it. Like, I felt in my heart that I had to do it. And so he started it. And I want to talk about something, a concept that's really important for some of us to understand is what I've realized and what this guy realized was sometimes there is a good debt to have. There is such a thing as good debt. I think a lot of us think there's just this one kind of debt, and it's called bad debt. But there is a good debt. And so he put himself more into debt, and now he has the largest personal training business in the entire Dallas area and possibly in the country. Sorry, somebody's calling me and I just had to cancel it. But this guy has been approached by the news. This guy's been approached by, he told me 10 investors that have tried to purchase his company for a large amount of money multiple times. All because he started this thing a year ago. All because he actually said to himself, I've got to do this. I'm going to invest in myself, and I'm going to do it. And he said, my wife and I had no safety net. We had nothing. We just had to believe in God and know that this was our calling. And they went all in and they did it. And now they are reaping the benefits. And they are absolutely serving and impacting so many people in the area. He told me that on average, they're seeing between 150 to 200 visits per month. You guys can do the math on the weeklies. 150 to 200 visits per month. All of that happened because 1 year ago, he decided to invest in himself and put the safety net away and say, honey, to his wife, I got to do this thing. We got to do this thing. We're going to do whatever it takes to get there. And then second thing that I want you guys to get from this is he has a very specific niche. I'll just tell you guys, his company's name is Special Strong. Some of you may have even seen some of their stuff on social media. They've been exploding on social media. Their niche is personal training for children with special needs. They serve at a very, very, very high level to these kids with special needs. And he told me their package system, which I figured you guys would be really interested in because I was interested in it as well. And their package system is very, very simple. You can pay them $400 a month to be trained on a once a week basis. And so four training visits per month for $400 a month. Or you can pay them $200 a month for a training visit every other week. That's it. A very simple training model. And they are doing it mobile in other gyms and, in gyms across the entire Dallas area. And they have grown to 4 full-time employees and over 10 contract employees. It's amazing. It's absolutely amazing, but it's because they've gone all in on that niche, and it's because he was not afraid to go 100% all in and invest in himself so that he could get him and his wife where they needed to be in order to start this business. And so I had to share that with you guys, because so many times I hear this, it's just like, oh my gosh, well, I don't want to leave my safety net, number one. And then number two is I don't have this large treasure chest that I can reach into and secure myself over a few months when starting a business. And here's the simple, frank truth. I don't think any of us as PTs have that, do we? Like, do any of us have like 40 grand in the bank that we can just reach into and secure ourselves over the course of 3 or 4 months when we're starting a business? I certainly didn't have that. And so for Daniel to have success in this personal training business, dude, he had to go all in. He had to go all in. He had to put trust in God, you know, and he had to go all in. And so that's what he did. And so the biggest message that I wanted you guys to get from this is, number one, man, don't be afraid to invest in yourself. If you feel like you've got this calling in your life to do that, or if you feel like you've just got to make a change to find happiness in your career, sometimes you've got to figure out ways to go all in. Sometimes you got to figure out ways to be invested all in on yourself. And you've got to trust yourself that you can make it happen. And then number two, not only did they go all in, but they went all in on a niche that they are extremely passionate about as a family, and that's serving the special needs population. They saw a problem that needed to be fixed. They saw a problem that this special needs population was not being taken care of in the Dallas area, probably all over the country, probably all over the world. And they said, you know what, we're going to create a personal training business that's geared directly to that. They solved a massive problem, and now they are reaping the rewards, and they are affecting over 200 children every single month. Guys, get out there. Don't be afraid to do it. If you feel like you've got a calling and you feel like you've got to do something, get out there and freaking do it. Put the safety net away, because the safety net is what stops too many people from doing things. I heard something on a podcast the other day, and it said, most dreams in the world, this is corny, guys, so just whatever, it is what it is, but it's so true. Most dreams in the world are in the graveyards in America. I heard something like that. And it's true, because so many people die with their dreams because they're afraid to go into things without having that safety net. And I'm telling you, the best way to grow, the best way to start a business, the best way to have success is to find something that you're passionate about and go all in on that. And you'll figure out the safety net later, right? You'll figure out where that net is later. But anyway, it was such a passionate-filled conversation. Me and this guy named Daniel just got each other absolutely fired up. I'm so fired up for him, for everything that he's done in the Dallas area, and just wanted to share that with you guys. Guys, go be an inspiration to other people, empower other people. Let's get after it. Have a great week.